How's it going? Thought we'd try and get back onto Songbird Symphony, because I don't think there's actually that much left, but I'm not convinced I'm going to actually finish this tonight. But we'll see if I can even remember where I was, as it's been a week. We were in this... Oh, we'd been on the beach, that was it. Ooh. With those seagull things. I don't remember where we arrived here, though. I'm guessing... here. Let's just check. This seems familiar. Yeah. Got a fish. Whew. I am very tired this week. Nothing particularly bad, but just not sleeping enough. The days just vanish. Like the time after work just disappears. I'm starting to get very tempted to get the subway just to make time go a bit, get back a little bit earlier. Looking for ingredients. I hope you know how to fly, kid. But yeah, every night this week I've not been streaming. I've just had no... Is this really going to be a loading screen every single time? That's annoying. Okay. I've just had no energy. Well, kid, ingredients all the way over there. Don't push yourself too hard now. No pressure. Oh. Wait, did you show me something? A grub. A very, very large grub. Like, big as the seagull's half the seagull. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, it's like a very weird crackle after this pop. Oh, it's like a tingle, but not I don't like tingles. Maybe it's my headset. Well, that wasn't so bad. You did it! I did. Don't worry about bringing it back, kid. I'll take it from here. Oh, and off he pops. It is very subdued until there's actually... Oh, there we go. Hello, Techie Rob. How are you? Are you still working a lot these days? Like, not at home in the week? Ba-dum-bum-bum. Need a wing? Well, kid, ingredients all the way over there. Don't push yourself too hard. I guess we're gathering ingredients then. I don't really remember there being any sort of objective. Good afternoon. Actually, I was going to say I wish, but I don't wish, because then I'd be at work. It is 10:40. Oh, that resets crap, doesn't it? I'm just going on a whim. Oh, hang on a moment. Did that actually work? Oh, I see, I see. I think I'm thinking outside the box when I really just need to push it. Slightly skiving right now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Everybody skives here. It's all good. I won't tell if you don't. You inspired me. I started going through my old VOD for Landstalker. Thought I'd just, because I've been using old, well, not old VODs, but I've been using my VODs to study the Japanesey stuff, and I had gone through, wait a tick. Well, that was not a clever idea. Oh, that isn't. I've cocked this up. Can I push it? Fudge that. Oh no! No, I can't even get. Oh no. This needs to reset. Anyway. Yeah, after I saw you stream, I was like, oh yeah, I should check my Skylander VODs because they were terrible. I was really all over the place with that one. But I've just been going through that, pulling a couple of words out to put on some flashcards. So, there you go. Sort of made me want to play it again, actually. It's funny how I see words everywhere, though, because there was a little phrase that was in Legend of Heroes the other day, and then this exact same one was in Landstalker, but it's funny because I didn't really understand it when I was playing Landstalker, but now I do. Well, it's not funny, but some pretty big differences, localization, not just language, but the ending's difference. You mentioned the ending before, but didn't we come across the conclusion that it wasn't actually that different, though? I remember there was a whole thing about it, but I don't recall now. I know there was that, I mean, it's in my Discord. We ended up sticking it as a Discord emote, but it's that, I can't remember what it was in the end. It was like some underpants that you get as like a prize or something. And the pixel art renderings something. I reckon I can do it this way. There we are. Yeah, I was going through ease a bit and... Oh, you did it! Don't worry about bringing it back, kid. I'll take it from here. So we've got a fish head that was about as big as that giant grub. Boyang. Turns out to me, I'm saving my energy. That's, yeah, me right now. What are these flagpoles for? It'd help if it showed you whether you'd finished or not. I see a theme here. Well, kid, ingredients all the way over there. Don't push yourself too hard now, no pressure. A tentacle. There's a bath scene that's cut though, isn't there, in Landstalker? I didn't realise that you had played Dark Saviour. I didn't realise you had it. Also, you didn't show which PGA game you had. I've played one of them, but I don't remember which one it was. I wouldn't know from the title really either. I believe I played probably the second or third one that came out. Why doesn't this do anything? I'm supposed to push something first? Oh, yeah, okay. Forgot about that. Oh. A whale. Oh. No, 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 that won't do. Can I move it? I can't even move it back. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I'm going to try and do some more Dragon Slayer tomorrow, but we'll see how work goes first. But I think I'm going to be a little bit busy this weekend. I think that's the first PGA. I played one of them, but the copy I got was from a charity shop in the early 2000s. Oh, you've never loaded it? Why did you even get it? Was it just because it was there? Odd per... Well, who am I to talk? I have a copy of Resonance of Fate that's on the PlayStation 3 that's never seen the inside of the PlayStation. In fact, I don't think it's even in this country anymore. I think I took it back to the UK. Cause I figured I'd play it on PS4 at this point. Silly. I'm a bit annoyed that you can't buy it physically though. It was 50p, yeah. I bought 3x3 Eyes on the PlayStation 1. Do you know that? Fuck. You know that like anime manga series 3x3 Eyes? I got caught up on a whim and I bought it because it was like £1, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm never actually going to play this though, am I? I thought it was an RPG, but it's not, in my defense. Like, I don't usually buy any old crap just because it's cheap, but I thought it was actually an RPG, and I thought, well, whatever, even if I haven't read the manga, I can still enjoy an RPG, and maybe I'll get into it, but I think it's actually just, it turned out it's just an adventure game. I think I'd confused it with a different release. That's one cute bird. Hey! What's that bird? That's my bird. No, it's not. It's Emu. Angel Interceptor. I should have known. You're up early, or are you up late? Mind you, I'm late to start. Actually, I'm only gonna get another hour in before I need to go to bed myself. Really? Egbert's gonna have to do this. Oh, I thought I felt a little earthquake then. In fact, did I? You never know these days. They keep happening. I don't see anything. Right, how do I make this egg stop? I forgot. Egbert stay. What does that say? The clock on my bloody TV's covering it up. What does it say on stream? Egbert follow, I'm guessing. Oh no, my avatar covers it up. Well, we've all got the same vision. You can get the experience I'm having. I'm gonna guess it says follow. There we go. Stay there. Whoops. No! This was not the plan! Can I bring it down? Oh, good. Do you know this game, Dreamy? It's quite cheap. It's quite cheap. It's quite cheerful. It's quite cheap too. Cheap. You did it. Don't worry about bringing it back. Yeah. Take it from here. Better get some work done. Oh, thanks for popping in. Ooh. Can you feel the percussion coming in? Nope, never heard of this one. So it's just this sort of indie game on PSN and Switch and etc. It's probably on Steam actually. Well, kid, ingredients all the way over there. Don't push yourself too hard now. No pressure. Reminds me of Yoshi's Island. It reminds me of don't know. Reminds me of something. Attempt to alert. Please don't say anything distracting. Okay. So yeah, Thunder Force 5. Let's play that. How does this help? Bum 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 bum. The sort of humour reminds me of something. It's got that sort of weird humour about it, but it's not. I wouldn't say it was like Undertale humour, but it's got a bit of a silliness to it. Lol, Nightbot using monkey emotes. Why is he? Since when? Oh, it's changed it. It's supposed to be a love heart. Why? Twitch must have changed the way that works. I wanted to do that. How weird. That's what it says. Is that a thing? That monkey's creepy. Go away then. Yeah. This still doesn't really help. Bum bum bum. I don't have any sort of platform. Did I already knock one and I've forgotten? Is it? Oh, I see you. I see you. Let's start this again. It does that. Has it always done that? People don't use the lurk command that much, to be honest. I just put it there because I felt it was like against the rules if you don't. Hang on. Oh my god. Meow. Now, I'm just expecting this to be a dick at the end. Let's just check that it is on course. Bum, 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 bum. Do I even need to... Why is this one here? Do I need to even do anything with it? Into monkeys. I didn't want it to. It's done it by itself. Oh dear. Yeah. You did it. Don't worry about bringing it back. I'll take it from here. How was Spyro this morning? Oh, I guess that's all that side done. Torn about continuing. Don't you technically have to? You're a miracle worker, kid. Just one more and I'll be able to start whipping up something good for everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bird puns. One more? I thought there'd be 4. Just from the way that this area looks. Looking for ingredients. I hope you know how to fly, kid. I want to get more than... I'm going to get them all if there's 8. Well, kid, ingredients are way over there. What is that? What's wrong with it anyway? Is it the isometric one? Is there more though? I thought there's a few. I remember quite enjoying the Crash Bandicoot Game Boy Advance games. Didn't they do a crossover? My nephew had one of them. I thought it was quite good. I never spent a super amount of time with it though, I guess. You know, another one that was quite good on the Game Boy was the first Harry Potter. The Philosopher's Stone Harry Potter Game Boy Advance game was quite fun. Oh! This greasy long feather looks pretty brutal. Who does this feather belong to? Don't know. Lost Hopper progress and almost got back to where I was in the 3-hour stream and it just started me back again. Why does it keep doing that? Why have you lost your progress? Is it like a game over thing? Sounds pretty rough. But maybe it'll become a legendary thing, Dreamy. Maybe it'll be the thing that we remember you for. You know, the perseverance got there in the end. I mean, look at me, for example. No, it's frustrating when you're in the middle of it, you know. Talk fondly about Tommy Lasorda and stuff, but the reality was it was only really interesting at the end. Even there at the Acrobat, you know, it was great when I beat it, but there were quite a few streams of just shit. And Janogue. Oh my god, that took ages. You saw so much of me redoing Janogue over and over and over again. Misery. Thunder Force 2 as well, remember that? Remember getting grumpy with that one. You sort of dilute it at the end and just remember the end result. Oh my god, and my Mega Panel streams. Must have been boring as fuck. You did it. Don't worry about bringing it back, kid. I'll take it from here. The only good thing about Mega Panel was the company. The device I was using just updated. It's not saving now. Stream on the GameCube. Get. I would. It's the safest way then, isn't it? That's weird. I didn't know that was a thing. I brought my Game Boy player back with me from the UK, but I don't have a GameCube here. And then with how much component cables are and stuff, I don't think I can be arsed with it. I thought maybe it might have been a fun way one day. What's this one? This is somewhat tricky. But is it really though? No, it's not. Wait, I don't even need to do any of this. Surely. No, I do. In fact, let's push that first. Oh, nearly fluffed that. Miserable game to play. Why don't you like swap to another one and come back to it? Because I assume it's not the last one you got to play. Why don't you play like one of the other ones first and go back? Have a little break. I don't know. But then when I get a bee in my bonnet, I just want it done, you know. You did it. Don't worry about bringing it back, kid. I'll take it from here. I need to wrap up games that I've got lingering. I want to do Summoner and 3D Dot Heroes and this. And also Ginga Force. I was enjoying Ginga Force. I just forgot about it. There's also Mass Effect. I was thinking if I'd finished this in prompt time, I'd go on Ginga Force tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen because it's already 11. I don't think I'm actually going to finish this one. I don't know how much is left, but I'm just guessing by where's the progress thing? I'm guessing we're about that far on the green bar. So you look terrible. It's really hot in here. Get used to it, kid. Forces you to 100%. Did the original Spyro? Didn't you have to do that one to get the ending and the final boss or whatever? I know Jak and Daxter sort of is kind of crap unless you do it all. Wouldn't that? But that would be fun. Have you played Jak and Daxter? I want to do Jak and Daxter, and I feel like I may have to stream Jak and Daxter just to make me sit down and finish it for once and for all. I've finished Jak and Daxter 1 so many times, and then every time I try and play Jak and Daxter 2, I always bounce off it. I just don't think it's anywhere near as good. I think Jak and Daxter is one of the best platformers ever made, really, but the sequel was such a fucking letdown. Gives you extra treasure level in the originals. Oh. So I never finished Spyro until recently. Is there something down here? Oh! Is this just jelly lava? No deaths in Songbird Symphony. Yeah, you know that Twitter thing that was going around with like biggest downgrades ever or whatever it was? I said Alundra 2 with Alundra and Grandia 2 with Grandia, but you know, thinking about it, after I'd said that, it occurred to me that I think the biggest downgrade there ever was Jak and Daxter 2. I think it was such a massive fucking letdown of a game. Oh. Oh wow. Whoa, what are you doing here? Look around you, kid. Flowing lava, balls of fire, it's all so metal. Is this really loud? It's really loud for me. This right here is my natural habitat. The perfect place to shred. Sounds cool. Cool! What are you talking about, kid? Hey, Barface. My passion, it's burning red hot. Sounds fine on my end. It's deafening on my headphones, this is, compared to what was before. My wings flying across the fretboard when I play a face-melting solo. That's what I live for. That's metal. Now you're getting it, kid. Yay! Oh, this must be your feather. Yeah, right on. It's your feather now, kid. May the spirit of metal live on through you. Rock on. Rock on. My god. See, you're back. Back for some more extreme shredding. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll give you that one for free. I'll remember it. Oh my god. Get me out of here. This is noisy. Oh. Jak 2 indeed did kind of suck. The vehicle sector, oh, they were awful. But it's also, it was like utter tonal whiplash. Like, it was as if GTA 3 came out and every game had to be fucking GTA 3 all of a sudden. It's like a really cute platformer game that suddenly turned into this dark, edgy, stealing vehicles, mission-based sort of sandbox. What? What the hell? Like, I felt like... Because, I mean, I think my brother bought it. We bought it like day one, you know, super hyped about it because the first game was that good. And then it was like, what the fuck is this game? Like, this is not what I signed up for. Guns and vehicles and beards and... Oh, no. No. First game was gorgeous, like colourful and a little bit funny, and I like the music and a collectathon. I never tried out 3. 2 just put me off the franchise. I was just done with it, with how much of a disappointment 2 was. The thing with 2 though, it was kind of hard because it wasn't like it was a terrible game, but it was just not the game I wanted to buy. Like, I felt sort of mugged off. You know, it was like, okay, well the game was still alright, but it's like, but that's not what I actually thought I was buying. You know, it's like, I don't know, Metal Gear Solid's like a really good game, but you're buying Final Fantasy 9 and it turns out to be Metal Gear Solid. Like, what? No, it's not what I want. It's an edgy appeal that the kiddos want. Well, yeah, you're right. Also, hello, G, how are you? It's right here. Oh, go on. They did start to do that because I feel like there was a wave, wasn't there, with that sort of edgelord stuff. There was Prince of Persia 2 did that. Prince of Persia 2 it still was sort of similar, but I think Sands of Time's way better. What was it called? Warrior Within. Oh god, I didn't like that as a sequel much. I thought the Two Thrones was much better. Sort of was a middle ground, but Warrior Within was so just depressing. Because the first game was like a gorgeous Arabian Nights sort of fantasy fairy tale-esque thing about it, and then the second one was just moody, miserable God of War crap. Really didn't like Warrior Within. Yeah, it was boring. It was mazy and gloomy and Warrior Within looked miserable. I mean, and also it's like was it Prince of Persia? The worst thing about the Sands of Time was the combat. So what did the sequel do? Like, make combat more important? No. I mean, at least they sort of improved it. But I was mostly enjoying Prince of Persia as a platformer. The combat was shit. It was repetitive. It looked good for about an hour, and then you realise how really, really boring it was. Especially with the enemies, it took forever to kill. But the platforming stuff, I really like Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I've beaten it twice now, I think it's one of the best games on the PlayStation 2. What Warrior Within? No. What's cracking here? I need to go get something. Dun, 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 dun. There's something I'm missing. Do you know this one, G? I still feel like that can't be quite right. But I shall go with it. Oh, it's only one. Who's Crown Prince of Persia 2008 though? Didn't get the love. What's that one? That's the reboot on PS3, isn't it? I have that and I've never finished it. I was a bit grumpy with that one because I bought... It was one of the first games I ever bought for the PlayStation 3. And I didn't realise that DLC was like not region free. So I don't have... There's like Epilogue DLC or something that's supposed to be quite good. And I don't have it. I have an American version of it because I bought it... Believe it or not, I bought it in Akihabara. Like... Because I didn't really... I was still sort of new to being in Japan and how to get games and stuff. So like the idea of getting English games from back home, I thought I'd have to wait until like Christmas or like get them in special shops in Japan. You know, didn't look at Amazon and stuff like that. Amazon's actually quite a decent way to get a lot of stuff, if it's new anyway. Is this right? So I ended up buying it, and because I thought, well, whatever, PlayStation's region free, but I didn't know the DLC was. Well, that's the thing. So I haven't bothered playing it because I know I can't play the DLC. I need to get some dollar. It is possible. It's just a pain in the arse to get dollars for my PlayStation 3. I've done it before because I got can't remember what I bought. I bought a couple of English PSN stuff once because the 60Hz stuff didn't work, but I haven't got any dollars left. I'd have to buy a top-up card. And it gets to the point, like, is it worth it, or should I just buy a PAL copy of Prince of Persia instead? So I don't think it came out in Japan. Yeah, I should actually look. Maybe it did come out in Japan. I didn't even look back then. I saw the other Prince of Persias did. I like the Forgotten Sands one, the last one that came out with the water, the time slow. Oh, I have that one too. I haven't played it. I have the HD trilogy of Prince of Persia, and I have the Forgotten Sands, and then I've got the reboot thing. But I haven't played Forgotten Sands yet. Water and time slow. It's an interquel, isn't it? The Forgotten Sands. I think it was a confusing game because it sort of felt like, what was it? Was it a port? Was it like a HD remaster of some other game? It seemed a bit confused to like when it just popped out. So was it on PS2 and was it on Wii? Didn't it come out after the reboot too? Something weird like that. Prince of Persia on Xbox. It looks good on Series X. Oh. Yeah, I'd probably really enjoy it because it does look pretty. I remember playing a couple of hours of it and I was having fun with it, but it was one of the first games I bought, and I always had like Final Fantasy 13 and other stuff, and it just got lost. I'd like to give them a go at some point soon. They'd probably be fun for streaming actually, because I've actually never finished the Two Thrones. I've only finished Warrior Within and Sands of Time, and I haven't played Warrior Within since it first came out. I started playing the trilogy again when I first bought it, the HD trilogy, but I only played the first one. Didn't stick with it. I've also got the God of War trilogy to do because I've only ever played God of War 1. I haven't finished 2. Is that everything? I think so. I have to say I didn't really rave about God of War though personally. 360 believe someone summed up the lead character having a shitty face, which I tend to agree with. Wasn't it on the Wii as well? I feel like it was on something weird. I'm starving, everyone's starving. I miss the songbirds. Checkered ingredients. Bay Prince, so that one's just a bit jarring. Well, isn't it supposed to be like him before he looks full warrior? I can't remember which game. It's set between two of them, isn't it, in the trilogy? So I always thought it was like a budget game that ended up just being upscaled. You know, like Like Warrior, God of War, Origins or something. I just thought it was one of those random games, because I thought it was on something else. Like Silent Hill Origins was on like PS2, but it really shouldn't have been. I never finished that either, actually. I'm a bit annoyed because it didn't come out on PS2 in Japan, so the only way I can play it is on a PSP. Exactly. Wow, you're still going. This will be the best dish I've made in so long. Just you wait and see. Start cooking, check ingredients. Well, have I got them all? Because I feel like there's still more. It hasn't confirmed how many I need. I feel like I got them all though, didn't I? But there's still like... Oh no, it says 8 out of 8 notes. Whatever then. Let's go. Phew, it's been a while since I've made a meal like this. And it's all thanks to you, kid. Shucks. Actually, do you want to help me cook? I could use a little help. You and your eggy friend did find all the ingredients after all. So this... I didn't touch anything. Yeah, I'd love to. Ooh, are we having a rave? Oh god, here we go. I've got that flow. Oh. Oh! I was looking at chat. Oh dear. Can we do this again? Dear. It's confusing me. You just gotta sort of guess. Feel the rhythm. Shake your booty. Move your feet. I'll take the lead. Round 2, let's go. Oh my god. Whatever. What? Dunno. I've no idea. Whatever. This is savage, because there's no indicator except your own sense of music. I guess I could learn what each one is. Is it actually always the same? No, it's not. There's different foods. Maybe by getting too many foods, I made this harder. There's actually more than 4, isn't there? So, because I was thinking like, oh, could you just learn fish-headed circle? But I don't think it works. You're digging this. So this is quite near the end of the game now, so it's getting quite hard. Each thing sort of has a gimmick. Oh my god, I kind of want to have another go. You helped us stave off hunger. I was starting to think your eggy friend there looked a tad appetizing. Aha, it was just a joke, a joke. Well, go on, kid, that's your path to the top. But yeah, the last like 3 or 4 of these have been quite mean because they've had like stuff that, you know, it's not just like press the buttons in time with the music. Sometimes like then I can't even see what the buttons are. Just sort of got to go with it. There was one where they kept like fading and disappearing and reappearing. It's really annoying. I didn't like that one. Before you go, may I just ask, what are you going to do up there? I'm looking for the penguins. Penguins, huh? Well, if you do talk to them, can you pass this message to them from the boss? The blue-footed boobies boss challenges the penguins, don't laugh, to a dance battle. The winner takes the whole beach as their turf. Sure. Thanks. We'll see you around, kid. And you too, sunny side up. Bye. May the music guide your wings. I'll do it again. New diary update. No, we're doing this one again. But I'm probably going to suck, but I want to do, like, suck a little bit less. Let's see. Just got to try and remember the things. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, you can skip the thing, can't you? I've forgotten how. How do you skip the intro? There we go. Okay. Ooh. Dear, dear, dear. It's hard. Especially because they come from the opposite side that I'm supposed to be pushing them as well. I like this song though. Oh god. Oh, whatever. This bit is hard. Let's just stop embarrassing ourselves, shall we? Oh, we can't quit. I don't know! What do you want from me? Bye-bye. We're not doing any more of that. That's horrible. Oh, I quit the game. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Oh, bugger. Oh no. Does it auto-save? Oh, thank God. Whew. The privilege of 2019. Oh my god. Because that shit won't fly on the Mega Drive. Be back to beginning. Phew, modern gaming. Woo! Thank you. Right, moving on. That was terrible. Oh no, we need to go up. That was awful. That's what made me think of Yoshi's Island. Bum, 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 bum. What, the main menu? Before this food crisis, this volcano was a bustling refinery. Of course now that's all history. What's a refinery? Well, a refinery is where you do upgrade, enhance, polish, filter, refine. Refine. A refinery is where you refine stuff. Got it? Not really. Oh, never mind. You'll get it when you grow up. When you were getting through that level, I think you beat it and you just quit out. Oh my god. You didn't need to remind me of that. That was awful. I forgot all about that. That level, I spent like, what, about 40 minutes on that stupid level and then I quit at the... Why Why did I even do that? I don't even remember what happened. I just sort of, I don't know. Blue-footed chef. Warm to the touch. These feathers look a bit goofy. Don't let their goofy name and appearance fool you. The blue-footed boobies are well known for their heated, passionate mating dance. I think we just saw it. Yeah, I like the music games on this. Oh. Oh, yes. I'm digging Penguin Land already. The freezing point. See, why do we have these saving things? If it's auto-save, maybe it was just that bit. Speaking of Mario, Dreamy, you're just like a self-fulfilling prophecy now. At some point, Mario is just going to turn up. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Oh my god. Like, why would you colour them green? Don't you know? Nintendo will get you. Oh, I like this world. What is that? An ice chameleon? Oh, another one. Bum. Boing. Woo! Oh, there's a penguin. Dun, dun. Ho ho ho! A visitor, a rare sight these days. Tell me, younglings, what brings you to this place? Is it the sights or the sounds? The sounds! I came to learn a song from the penguins. Ho ho ho! How nostalgic! The last time I heard another bird sing the penguin song, it was the songbirds. It's a pity that they're all gone. A pity? Why? The owl told me they're really bad. Bad? Oh ho ho ho! I'm not surprised if he thinks so. Back when the songbirds were around, life was so easy. All the food and entertainment you could ever hope for, anytime you want. But we took it for granted. Look at us now without the songbirds. We're barely surviving. Wait, so the songbirds caused the food shortage? Not at all. We have only ourselves to blame, really. You see, the songbirds used to come around and sing their songs down at the beach. It was magical. Even the fish would raise to the surface just to listen. It really made getting food so easy. Too easy, in fact. Over the years, we became so reliant on them we forgot how to fish on our own. That's terrible. Indeed. Now we're just trying to learn how to fish again. It's a slow process, but we'll get there eventually. I just hope we do before our blue-footed neighbours do something drastic. Oh, okay, don't worry. Everything will turn out okay. You're an optimistic one, aren't you? What's your name, youngling? Burb. It was nice meeting you, Burb. I'm Oris. Well, if you're looking to learn the song of the penguins, all you need to do is head up the mountain. Good luck, and may the music guide your wings. Yours too, Oris. Thank you, and bye-bye. When did this music guide your wings become a thing? I don't think anybody said that until the last, 2 minutes. So, obviously, I feel like my suspicions about the plot are correct. I think Ode Owley is not going to be what he seems. Ooh. I think it's pretty obvious that the songbirds now probably were not bad. They were just taken advantage of. And I still reckon that one of them is my dad. Boy-yong. Oh, look at that. Can we build it? Oh. Is this a Bob the Builder reference? It's a bit of a reach, isn't it, in 2019? Oops, I've skipped it. I'm heading to the top of the mountain. The owl told me to come find the buildings. Wait, the owl? But I just repaired his elevator last week. Did he say why? Yep, I'm supposed to learn the song of the penguins. Oh, so you're not looking for me. For you. Whew. Am I supposed to be looking for you? Well, no. What are you talking about? I'm not a singer. I'm a builder. A builder? Yep. The houses you saw on the way here and these green pipes. Built them all. Wow, that's awesome. Although, these green pipes make me feel lost sometime. Bob is still relevant into 2019. Oh dear. I'm waiting for him to say his name is Bob just to confirm. Suspicious. Oh, believe me, without these pipes, no birdie would be able to come. I can't read. No birdie would be able to climb this mountain. You can thank Bob. Exactly. My colleague for the designs. He's usually further up the mountain. If you meet him, he can tell you all about it. Okay, maybe you could tell me a shortcut to the top. Haha, maybe. Alright, I still have work to do. Good luck on your quest. Okay, bye. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How bloody old is Bob the Builder, though? I can't believe it sort of left the UK. I mean, it's got to be 20 years old now. I remember my nephew loved that when he was a kid. Oh, we need that. Or do we? Why aren't you working? Oh. Oh, it's going to be the other way around. I think so. I mean, I'd say it's about 25 years old now. Oh! Oh, have I got enough for this? I think I do. So I guess that's sort of a gatekeeper if you didn't get enough. You'd be a bit pissed off though if you got this far. Let's check I've not missed anything. I'm going to do that again. Oh! Stop! No! I'm going to check there's nothing up over there because there seems to be a lot of secret walls in this game. So wondering why these bats are everywhere. But I think they're maybe just for this area. Let's check nothing's over here. No. This area reminds me of Maple Story. Just the sort of graphics and chill music. Oh, no. Go away. There we are. Congrats! Whoa! You made it to the end of the pipe. Thanks. I was about to ask about those bats. Thought they might have some kind of checkpoint. I think they're just aesthetic, really, because I think they were in the lava one, and I guess they just reused them, but I don't know why they're here exactly. Now, just 2 more levels, and you'll be at the top. Wait, you mean there's mo? Bye bye. Have fun. Can we talk to these penguins? This is a checkpoint, I believe. It does a little save as well, but... Oh, I like this area. Because I was saying the last stream, the last sort of locations, wasn't a big fan of the bits that we did in this. This is the 3rd stream I've done in this game, and I think like the first part was really good, and the second part was a bit lackluster, and now it's got back to being kind of charming again. Well, hello there, don't mind me, I'm just dancing. Why are the penguins always dancing? We've been dancing since we were chicks. I'm not exactly sure why, but to be honest, I think moving your body around in this cold weather helps to keep us warm. You should try it. Haha, well, I think I'm better at singing. To each their own. Boogie boogie. Do you like to boogie? That's one called penguin. You would think there's something up there. Can I not go up there? Hot topic. But what the fuck is the so what's the deal with the PlayStation Q anyway? What a joke. That's all I'm saying. Next. It's not even worthy of discussion. Insane. It will be the joke of YouTube in years to come. Good day, youngling. Hello, can you teach me the penguin song? Oh dearie, I'm afraid my memory's failing me. Maybe you should try asking the Dancing Queen. Useless. It feels like an April Fool's joke. Dancing Queen sounds fancy. Right, you are. It's just so absolutely niche. Like, who... I think maybe rich people will get a slight kick out of it, but that's about it. It's so niche. It's not something I would invest in. If they bundled it with future... the only sensible thing is if it comes bundled with PlayStation 5 consoles for no extra cost. Well, go on then. Most of the penguins are at the peak of the mountain. But yeah, it's totally useless. Device that fits our phones. Well, that's the thing, they've got remote play, but I don't see the point, because if it requires the internet, it's just useless. Didn't your mommy teach you not to talk to strangers? I'd rather they'd done an actual handheld. But the handheld market's dead now. Nintendo's killed it. I don't see how anybody could compete except like maybe Steam Deck sort of operation. Do I even want to do this? Do I want to push this first? I'm not sure. Okay, so that's that then. Oh. I'm so hungry. It really doesn't help that these pipes are so confusing. I'm already starting to dislike this area by the looks of the maziness. I remember seeing the sort of leak about the PlayStation Q, and I was low-key hoping it was just not real. But it turned out to be exactly what it was, and oh no, what a joke. Maybe there'll be more information that changes stuff, but I'm personally not even slightly interested in it. I guess if you're rich and you've got kids and you want them to stop playing on the telly so you can watch your movies, then yeah. Limited mobile data, so the backbone attachment works even better. Well, yeah, because that's the thing. What? Nothing's perfect, right? Whatever. We won't dwell on the graphical weirdness that's going on there. What's this chameleon's doing? But yeah, weird. I saw about Alan Wake is not... it seems controversial. Everybody's getting in a hubbub about Alan Wake announcing that they're not going to do a physical release because of costs and reducing the costs and blah blah blah. Not a fan, but this is... I guess it's just because it's a high profile sort of triple A game, but like, really? There's loads of games that don't bother. This... But no, this does have a physical release actually, because that's what I'm playing it on. But there's a lot of games that don't always. It's a big shame. Hello, do you know how I can reach the peak? You mean where the others are practicing? Ha! Who needs practice? We don't tell any birdie. We don't need any birdie telling us how to dance. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah. Now, can someone get me down from here? I think I sprained something when I did that twirl over earlier. I don't think they're going to help us. Practice. Do you know? Oh, I've already talked to them. Won't buy it until it's $10 on sale. What digital? Yeah. I probably won't either. Running for the rich market. Look at PSVR. The gaming phones they've made. It's really risky considering the economy right now. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really understand some of the choices because it just seems like a time to be more conservative and thoughtful rather than indulging. I guess some people just have money though, because it's like, I don't know, like, I don't, just as a talking point, not really to talk about other people's business, but like I saw earlier, like with Strictly Limited or something, it was a Twitter post that came into my feed about a release. And you could see people in the comments being like, oh, I've double dipped on a Switch and a PlayStation 4 version. And I'm just like, I guess it's fine. I guess you just have a lot more money than I do, but like double dipping on a game, like on multiple platforms, just to have it, like, and physically, I'm just like, whoa. This is mad. It's like, got the collector's edition and double dipped on the Switch version and physically, and I'm like, oh my lord. You know, I just like it once to do. I guess there's still people out there that enjoy this sort of stuff. I mean, to be fair, if I had the money, I probably would buy things frivolously, but I wonder what the average person is these days. If Sony's sort of making products, it just doesn't see. I don't see who it serves. Like, what is your target audience? It can't be kids. Like you said, it must be the wealthier people, but I don't know. I've done that. Wow. It depends. I guess it depends what it is and how dear. I mean, I can't tell whether it's dear to this person's heart, but. I mean, I can imagine you've double dipped on Sonic stuff. I shall leave my judgment in my other bag. I'm a builder. I help build these pipe systems. They're very confusing. At least they're working. Sure, I have to say actually though, to be a total hypocrite, I have been considering buying Final Fantasy X on the Vita. Mind you, I've double dipped on shit. I don't want to talk about now. I keep buying remasters when I've got a perfectly. I mean, I don't think it's quite the same thing though, but I will buy a HD remaster of something if I haven't even played it. Got Streets of Rage 4 on everything. For shame, for shame. No, but well, if you can afford it, that's the point. It wasn't so much judging them, but just more like, wow, some people can just afford to buy some things, I think, and maybe that's where I'm a bit tone deaf about some choices Sony might be making. There obviously is an audience for this stuff. I think the PlayStation Q looks silly, but there might be people that are just like, oh, this is cool, you know. There's always people. Did you buy Streets of Rage 4 on everything on day one though? I'm trying to help you out here. You did, didn't you? I want Streets of Rage, but there's different versions of it now, and I've got confused. No, well there you go. There you go. That's better. This is people that have pre-ordered it. I guess you have to because it's strictly limited, but yeah. Where shall I go in this area first? It's getting a little bit mazy for me. Do I need to go this way, or is this later? Only bought it on Switch at launch. I need to buy it. I want it physically though, but there's like the Japanese version is quite easy to get hold of. Is missing a lot of stuff, I think, like DLC and what's-its, but the DLC on disc versions are a bit more expensive now. But I'd like those. Can we build it? There's something all the way up in this corner I think I've not seen. I need to get over my FOMO with modern gaming though, because I think I just need to get to the point and realise like I'm probably going to be dead before any of this matters. In reality, the older I'm getting, the less modern shit matters. Because stuff like this is going to be around for a while to play digitally. I mean, I'll probably be in my 50s by the time I'm like upset I can't play Songbird Symphony anymore. So do I really need it on disc? Got the anniversary edition. It comes with everything. The biggest, yeah. So like Streets of Rage, like case in point, I should probably just buy Streets of Rage 4 and stop worrying about how I buy it. What's going on up here? Not sure what I'm doing per se. Oh, I guess I've got to get. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you the main thing. The one thing that I'm not a fan of in all of this modern gaming stuff, the thing that I really don't like is subscription-based gaming. It's not, and I understand that it serves a very good purpose, and for a lot of people, I would say a lot of average people. Well, no, not average people. That's rude. Your average person, your average everyday person, not that they are actually average, probably is quite happy to consume games in that way. Like I know people back home, some of my friends that are quite happy with the PlayStation Plus. They just play the free games and they play it, they finish it, they move on with their life. Do you know what I mean? They don't need to play it again. I'm not a fan of the subscription-based models because stuff just disappears. And I don't like feeling bullied. Well, it's not bullied, but feeling pressure to play stuff. Looks the mirror, weeps in average tears. You're so average. You should change your name to Average Face 9000. But I liked a couple of stuff on PS Plus. I like it when I don't feel like it's too central. Like if it's just there passively. Like I had Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, and I probably wouldn't have played that had I not had PS Plus. It was good in that sense. But I'm a bit annoyed. Like I feel like I need to buy Arkham, Average Magenta Street. You're not. You buy everything, Dreaming. You know you do. I feel like I need to buy Arkham Knight because I was playing it, but I was playing it on PS Plus, and this is a case in point. I can't play it right now because I don't have PS Plus, and I don't want to pay for it because I don't want to pay a monthly fee for PS Plus because there's nothing I want to play on it right now. I have loads of games that I own already, but let's say I want to play Arkham Knight, I need to get my PS Plus membership back again, and I don't like that sort of feeling. Is where I'm going with all of this. You know what I mean? So I kind of just wish I owned it so I could play it whenever I want to, and not whenever I like pay the fee. Hey Retro, how are you? But I consume games very differently. I know a lot of people that they would have finished it already. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be in this predicament. They'd have played it, finished it, whatever. And a lot of people aren't playing old stuff like I do. So, but I feel like it's the same people though, like growing up, the same people that used to buy games and then sell them. It's the same mentality, really. It's the most effective. I had friends back in the day that they would buy a new game, play it, finish it, and flog it, and then buy another one with the money they got back. It's that same sort of thing. It's cheaper, isn't it? You get a lot more games done, but I'm just a fool and I get nostalgic. back, but then I had time to quaff so many games. Yeah, I just get nostalgic. I feel like, oh, like 5 years will pass and I suddenly want to play that game again. I've done this way too many times now. Why are we here? I'm confused. What was the point of me doing this? Wonderful stream last night. What was it? Why doesn't this work? There were some games I'd never sell but still regret selling. I'm confused why we're here. I feel like I opened stream this morning and saw that you were on, and I can't remember what you were doing. But yeah, in the past, I've sold a couple of games in the past, and then I've sold a few others, and then I've ended up buying them again because I just missed them. One of them was I had I think it was Shadow of Memories. I never owned it, but I borrowed it, I think, and then I eventually later down the line bought it again because I missed it, not being able to play it when I wanted to. I also bought, I can't remember what I sold something and then I bought it back because I just wanted to play it. There's a game that I've been thinking of buying eventually that I sold many years ago that I want back. You should whittle down your collection. Actually, isn't that what you're thinking about doing right now, G? If I recall, I think I've seen you talking about wanting to cut down your collection a bit. There's nothing wrong with that. I've always been, for me though, I've always been a person that's about functionality. I buy to play, so if I can play something and it's not going anywhere, then I'm generally okay. I have got a slightly uppity about like retro games on their original platforms, but it depends what it is. Like case in point, Jak and Daxter. I'm happy to play the HD master of that. I don't need to play it on PS2. I don't need to buy them all again in Japan to play them. If the HD version's good enough. Don't need 2 GameCubes. No, you don't. Oh, we're like glitching and stuff. I did think about PS Plus at one point, but whenever I've had it, I've had the Japanese one, and it's always been kind of crap compared to the English versions. But it's difficult for me to pay for the English one. I think that's another reason I never really got into it, but I'm terrible with like Netflix too. I would pay for Netflix and never watch anything, and I just waste money. Because that's the thing with me. I bought a 12-year membership for PS Plus. 12 months membership for PS Plus, like about over a year ago. I haven't paid for it for ages now. And then I ended up just never using it. It's sort of a waste of money. I bought it originally. I feel like I've missed something here. Oh, that. Is this supposed to do something? Don't you feel like why? Don't get it. Maybe I'm supposed to just come back later or something. But yeah, I bought the PS Plus mostly to do, well, to play Elder Scrolls Online at one point, and then I bought it for Dark Souls 3 because I wanted to have the messages. But most of the PS Plus games, the stuff that I really want, I just sort of bought anyway. I kind of want to buy Everyone's Gone to the Rapture now because I want to play it properly. 2 GameCubes, but I have a specific plan to make the other one special. Oh, I love the idea of Game Pass and PS2, but I hope it's never. I think what I mean, where I'm going with all of this is because I'm really waffling. As a TLDR, I just hope it sort of never becomes like the only way that we play. Because you know how now, like Netflix is really, not just Netflix, but Hulu and all of them, it's really kind of killed off how any other ways that we consume media now. That is it. That's the way that we do things now. Do people still buy DVDs? Like, do they buy Blu-rays? I don't know. The video rental places are all gone. It's really sad. It's been happening in Japan because Japan kept their rental business going for ages now, but the stores have gradually gone away. There's still some, but I like the rental stores because they have stuff. Netflix feels too controlled. Like, I really want to watch 90s Japanese drama and movies and 80s stuff, some older stuff, and you can go to the rental store and you'll find them. But Netflix and Amazon and stuff, well, Amazon's better than Netflix, but they just don't carry that stuff, you know. They've only got the new stuff, but it's like, well, that's not what I want to watch. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it'll become that way. I hope not. I think that we're not too far away from digital only, though. I think it's going to change because I don't think people care as much as the sort of the retro community is very loud, but I feel like maybe they're not. I don't know. I feel like it's a certain generation of people that care, and then a lot of younger people don't. Maybe I'm wrong though, but I imagine that we've probably got a couple of, because case in point, I was seeing comments today when they're talking about Alan Wake. Like, if you look at the PC scene, PC physical hasn't been a thing for decades, really, has it? When do people buy PC games physically ever anymore? Do they even come out physically, most of these games? Not really. I think it will be the same with consoles in the future. The problem with that, I really don't like it. I really don't like it, because the problem with digital is that unless the way that PC gaming works so well is usually because Steam is utterly insanely cheap. Like, they have insane sales and stuff. But what happens when the alternative is gone on the console market? I don't know. I don't really want to. I'm kind of worried about living in a future where the prices are sort of fixed by Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft. Seems a bit scary. I don't know what I'm doing. Where was that door? Where was that door? I'm too busy rambling. Rambling on. I want to go back through that door that I didn't go through. It was like up to the right somewhere. Over here? There, here. Let's go this way. But yeah, I think by about... I could even see it happen in PS6 era, to be honest, that they just scrap it. I feel like this time, this is the test right now. Is this just way louder? How's the volume? It got really loud for me. But yeah, I feel like PS5 is a test to see like which sells the most and how many people are happy playing digital. Oh no, I'm gonna be late for dance practice. Wait a minute, is the elevator out of order again? Phew, I get to chill at home today. Oh, it's getting all Christmassy. See that penguin there? Don't be like that when you grow up. Which one? This one? Still good for me. Boogie woogie. Can't wait to join the dance practice when I grow up. I bet they're all dancing at the peak right now. I mean, I think the problem right now with physical though is that you don't buy physical anymore. You sort of just buy like a really unfinished, buggy piece of a game. There'll be, I mean, I guess the online community will have to step in, but games on disc aren't games on discs anymore. They're just bits of games that are unfinished. Love Steam though. Anybody else to play with them? Bam, I got that. Steam is nice. They do have good sales, but PC has always felt to me a bit more disposable, probably because it's been like that for so long. But like I said, this is exactly the difference for Steam though. I have stuff that I bought on Steam and I forget I have it. I don't even remember. I don't know that I have it. I just don't play it. Whereas I have stuff on my shelf, I always know it's there. It's a bit different. Like, what was it I did today? I forgot that I bought Panzer Dragoon Saga, the remake, on PlayStation 4 digitally. I forgot I had it. This was a nice game because I bought this one physically and it arrived in the post and I put it on, whereas I feel if I picked it up in a sale I'd probably think like, oh, I'll play it later, and then I just wouldn't. Sometimes I don't know, the sales are good but then I end up not playing them. Okay, so the Switch. Minigames are not completely on cart, you have to download the race. Yes. You might as well just buy it digitally, yeah. It's a bit annoying. Hey kid, what are you doing all the way up here? I'm trying to reach the top so I can learn the penguin song. Well then, you're almost there. You see this elevator here? It'll take you all the way to the top. Well, it would if it worked. Thing is, it needs 2 batteries, but I seem to misplace them. It needs 3 new batteries. Wait, what? And they should be around this area. Didn't you just say 2? I guess I have no choice but to find them. Let's go, Egbert. You got 3 more to go. Okay. I've always thought about I should play Life is Strange. I haven't ever played any of it. Again, it was one that I had it on PS Plus for a little while, but stuff on PS Plus doesn't feel like it belongs to me. It just feels temporary, because once I stop paying, it's not mine anymore. Oh, can I get Egbert to stop there? Probably. First game's wonderful. How to make Egbert stop? Oh, I need to be on top of it though. I need a box, if there is one. What's good about this series? Yeah, especially because it's sort of like Square Enix, isn't it? Why are these penguins in these walls? Aha! Oh god. Where do I need to get it? There's a lot of digital-only indie games that are really good, though, that I do forget exist until I really sit down and think about them, because they're not physically present in my life. Talked about it recently, but stuff like Thomas Was Alone. But then again, I don't know how much I need to replay them. Some of those sort of digital games are quite good as digital games, I think, because they're more like experiences than games. Like, I play them once, and I would definitely replay Thomas Was Alone, but I need to put more years between it. I need to put quite a bit more time. I wish I knew where the goal was. There? There. Okay. Wait. Why can't I just push it down? Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. I think I see. Can I not just do this? Oh. Oh, that didn't work, did it? No. That worked. Oh dear. Bollocks. Huh. I don't get this puzzle, it seems weird. I feel like I'm cheating my way through. How do... Same Dad made Remember Me. Remember Me. Oh. Wait, no. I can set it up from here. Remember Me. How do I do that? Is he staying? Okay. Remember Me. What's that? Is that the one? That sort of weird game that came and went. I think I know the one that you mean. There's a movie though. Remember Me, isn't there? But what about a game? Yes, it is. I know the front cover. That game, it just came and went, didn't it? Was it Capcom? That in my head for some reason. Yeah, published by Capcom. Yeah, that was supposed to be quite good. Oh, and also, what you said earlier, you said you were starting to get nostalgic about the 3rd gen. I've been doing that a little bit. Playing my PlayStation 3 again. 3rd gen. I know what you know what I meant. That generation. Right, this way. It's great. I'd give that a go. I was thinking I wanted to start getting a few. I wanted to start hoarding, you know, doing that squirrel hibernation thing again with my games. I wanted to start thinking about what PlayStation 3 games I need to get, like before they become insanely expensive. From my hairpot when we're back, if you're still on, probably won't be. I'm probably going to only be here about another 30 minutes at the most. So, but thanks for popping by. Oh, there's a battery. That's one. I see. Yes. I'd like to finish this area, perhaps do another song battle, and then we'll see. I've got to go to Betty Buys. Help! What's wrong? I was just playing hide and seek with my 7 cute... Oh, here we go. 7 cute little chicks, but then suddenly I took a tumble and unfortunately sprained my ankle. You look fine. Do you need help finding your chicks? I have some experience in that. Really? That's great. Your kindness I really appreciate. No problem. Well, let's get those two that we already just did. I saw them already. Or was it this way? No. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're sort of... Chirp, chirp. Your mum is injured. She's waiting for you at the usual place. Oh no! Okay, I'll go back now. But yeah, I'm not really keen on the idea of cloud-based subscription video gaming. But I think digital is something we're going to have to slowly get used to. Hopefully though, games will become so sort of streamlined, because consoles are turning into little PCs anyway. Hopefully it'll get to a point where it keeps games preserved, mostly because they're so backwards compatible with everything. Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic here, but you know, because I mean, the amount of stuff that you can get on Steam, there's an insane amount of random old stuff on Steam. Hopefully it'll be the same with consoles. Obviously not with old stuff, but... Your mom is injured. She's waiting for you at the usual place. Oh no! Because I mean, the fact that I could get The Dame Was Loaded, some random FMV game on Steam from like the 90s is pretty crazy. So... It's all the sort of very niche-y, small stuff though that always gets lost. That's the sad part. Especially when licensing gets complicated. I don't know how many people replay games though, but I'm just a bit of a sucker for that. I always get like pangs to replay something years later, like, you know, I've just gone through a Lunger again. Maybe it'll stop with modern gaming. Maybe I'll get old enough that it's not nostalgic, but I don't know. I haven't found it yet. I'm already like, oh, I want to play Final Fantasy 13 again sometime soon and give it another chance. And that's not like, you know, I was in my 20s when I played that. Hang on, what? That was really tripping me out for some reason. Your mom is injured, blah blah blah. Where am I going? Oh my god, this place is getting really, really mazy. Wait, is this one not singing? Ah, there we go. Wait, what? That's bullshit. Why did it not fall down there? Maybe it's supposed to be the egg. That's silly. Is there a reset button? Okay. I'm guessing this is for Egbert then. Or me. Okay. Oh. Hang on, before... well, no. Where am I taking this? I'm really worried about buggering this up now. Gets on little chirps and starts dancing. Wait, what? What did that do? He gets so into his own. Yeah, he dances a lot. It's really weird. Is that for me to push down? Or push one on there? Am I supposed to push the block here or down to here? Don't understand. Push one there, I think, actually. Oh, here go. Let's push this one because I think I can reset that one easier. Oh no! I don't really know what I'm doing with this. Okay, that's fine. Do I not need that block though before I push it all the way over? Can I push it back? Please? Oh, there's a battery. I see. I see. It's kind of hot. I can't get round. I'm gonna get really annoyed if this falls off. Oh! Right. There we go. Okay. Lovely. Done. That's battery 2, I guess. I sort of walked through the puzzle of that a bit by accident. But I think I probably missed a couple of chicks hiding. Whew. Oh, does it matter which one? Well, I can't choose actually. Okay. I need one more. Where did I just go? This is where I came in, isn't it? Boogie Woogie, yeah, okay. Did you ever play Braid? I remember people raved about that. I personally didn't rave about it myself. It was a little bit ugly, to be honest. Had a remake recently, I think, didn't it? I think it was sort of one of the first indie games that had a big hoo-ha about it, though. Your mom is injured. She's waiting for you at the usual place. Oh, I've read this. You don't need to actually read that. Just go back. A bit too much puzzle for my taste. You should play Pipe Dream. I quite like, I'd recommend Limbo. Have you played Limbo? And what's the other? I have them both on one disc, like a double in one. Limbo and... where is it? Inside. Inside was really good as well. I'm not sure it was 10 out of 10 though, like people made out, but it was very good. Very pretty. Very weird. I've been here. First game you played on the thing. That spider though, no, he's awful. It's freaky, freaky, freaky. Right, have I been... I guess I did do all of this area. I just feel like I missed a bit. Up over here. No, I think I did this. Yeah. I guess it's fine. So where's the final battery? Bad part's so well done. It's so creepy though, and it's really savage. Like when you die, and the dual box that I've got, it's rated 18. I think just because it's kids though, but because inside is a bit grim too. Because you play as a little boy. trying to run away, and the guards like just shoot you and stuff, and maybe that's probably why. It's not that it's like graphically grotesque, but I think it's just the idea of it is a bit naughty. But Inside's very good. If you like Limbo got quite brutal near the end, didn't it? I played Celeste recently. I didn't think it was the bee's knees, but it's very good. It was just fun. It was like a lot of games for me. I think it spoke to some people in different ways that it didn't speak to me, and I think it was also one of those games that initial hype and buzz about it made me have higher expectations than I think was fair. I think if I'd have just gone into it, I might have enjoyed it a bit more. But I liked some of the moments of it though. I don't know what else I've got. Have I played? It's hard to remember because I don't have them physically. It's hard to remember what I have actually played. Where is this final battery? Do I need to talk to you or something? Not enough, stop moving yet. You've got one more to go. Where is it though? Where is it? I've been over there, haven't I? Inside's very good. If you can get the double pack, if you like Limbo, you can get a double pack of it for PlayStation. Or just, you know, get it digitally. It's often on sale. Where would this last battery be at? Been up here? I've done this. What's there? What's this? Oh. Maybe the mom's got the last one? Maybe I just need to find like one more chick or something? From somewhere. The only thing I can think of. Oh, hang on. What's that? I don't think I've been up here. Ah, there it is. Hop on through. Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh, it does. No, it doesn't. Rubbish. I need to go back on there. I bookmarked the Mysterious Cities of Gold game though on Steam. I feel like that came out on Wii U, or I made that up. I can't remember. Maybe it was going to but got cancelled. I thought it was a weird one. But my Wii U's not region free, so I wouldn't be able to play it that way anyway. Is that all your babies? You've gone and found them all, I can't help but stand in awe. Finally it's time to reveal my secret, my little secret behind this tale. Oh, what? Hi there, bird. Fancy seeing you here. Hoot. What are you doing here? This is the unicorn fairy bird, isn't it? Welcome to my grand plan. Oh shit. Is this gonna be a song? Hoot, that's my name. Oh, Chicken Pixie fame. Oh, it's a Chicken Pixie, that's it. We've met it before. We accidentally released it from a prison or something. Oh, I was having a sip of my coffee. I'm not ready. Whoa! Can we go again? I wasn't ready. It's really hard because I'm not playing the real. I'm playing like a shadow of the melody, and it's kind of tricking my head in. Can I actually get some of my no, no coffee for me. Not so bad when I can actually see the letters, you know. Compared to the last one. Oh, I was freestyling. Bum bum. That was an S and you bloody know it. Good plan, eh? It's because I fucked up the start. Can't wait for this day to arrive. I'll leave it to you then. I'll do that again. Accidental accomplice trophy. Woo woo. I'll do that one again. Oh, can't I redo? That was fun. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I don't really know what his deal is. Boing. Oh, that was the last chick, wasn't it? Wait, have we not been here? Oh, the bottom way, maybe. Is this what I'm supposed to do? Are we sure before I start pushing shit? What do these do? Maybe yes. Oh. Another game that I forget was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which I played once. But that was a walking simulator though. But it's sort of a weaker one, I think. Ah! I thought it was going to squish me. Oh god, going through the textures. But I sort of bought that, finished it, deleted it. The one that I haven't done yet though, I haven't done the Talos Principle, which I picked up on a sale a bit ago. Probably about a year ago now, I don't even know. But I've quite fancied having a go at that at some point. I also want to finish The Witness one day. I kind of don't want to cheat on The Witness, but I always get stuck. It's really hard. What should I be doing here? This looks complicated. Surely it doesn't... Or does it? No, that doesn't work. Oh. Nope. That doesn't work at all. I think I've fluffed this. I need a reset. Oh no! No, Songbird, why would you do that? No. So cruel. I think this is what I was supposed to do. Oh wow. Game's getting crazy. Wish it wouldn't. Like, does it have to reset all the way there? Does it? I don't think it does. Don't do that. Whoa. Okay, we're back in play. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What? Oh, okay. That's fine. Boom. Oh dear. Oh no, come back. Oops. Oh, there we go. Time for the penguin. Now just hop on. Off we go. A little bit excited about what this penguin is going to be. I have to just do it. Have to check. What's the progress bar like now? Is this the final like the final thingy? I'm definitely not finishing it tonight though. Hello! Oh my god. Okay everyone, take 5. Go and chill for a bit. Hey there little ones. What brings you to the top of the mountain? Penguin party. I'm Burb and this is my friend Egbert. I'm looking for the penguins. Well, little ones, you found them. Yay! Came here to learn a song from you. You came all the way here for that? Wow, that's impressive, little one. Well, us penguins are always ready to get down. All you had to do was ask. Now get ready. Oh, they're like moonwalking. What a thrill. Let the music flow. Time to get down. Oh god. Bollocks. Oh, the... Wow. It's not just the right buttons, but it's really strict on the timing as well. If you like, some of them I was pressing the right buttons, but just off. Oh god. This does not work on a PlayStation D-pad. It's too hard to do on a bloody D-pad on this controller. The buttons aren't soft enough for that sort of quick pressing. And with your thumbs? I better be good on Steam with a keyboard. Yeah, it's a little bit too fiddly for me. With a keyboard it'll probably be quite easy. Like tapping the letters. Whew. Kind of fun though. I do wish it didn't use the D-pad though. I wish it just used the triangle, square, X things. Or even the bumpers. D-pad's just not as fun. B. That was fun, but what's the matter? I didn't learn a new note. Oh well. We don't really sing that note anymore. Anymore? Why not? Well, we only sing it with the blue-footed boobies. You see, a long time ago we used to live in peace together with the blue-footed boobies. We'd hold frequent dance-offs celebrating our friendship. That's when our songs would come together and we'd sing better than we ever did. But then one day the food started dwindling. There was no longer enough food for every birdie. Some birds say it began when the songbirds disappeared, though I can't say for sure. But ever since then, tensions have run high between us. Dance-offs became fiercer and fiercer, and food became harder and harder to find. It got so bad that eventually no birdie had enough energy for dance-offs anymore. Oh no, but wait. On the way here I met the chef. He told me to pass a message to you. Oh, is it what I think it is? He said the blue-footed boobies boss challenges the penguins to a dance battle. A winner takes the whole beach as their turf. Oh, it's finally come to this. I wonder what reignited their fire. So be it. I'll show them why they call me the Dancing Queen. Oh, it's a girl. Or maybe it's the other queen. Oh, and both of you should come with us. Burb, you did so well that I think you should be the judge. Wow, me? Are you sure? Definitely. Now then, anytime you're ready, just head down the slope to the left. It leads straight to the beach. I wouldn't mind doing that one again, it was quite fun. I'll try once more. It was better than the others. Oh dear. Quit. Return to the forest. One more. Need a restart song button. The little penguins flying up in the air. Oh, I can't talk and do it at the same time. Whatever. Let's move on. They're just killing me, those little chicks flying up and down like they're being thrown. Oh! Hold up. Oh, there we go. Whose feather is this? Oh, Dancing Queen's feather. These feathers seem waterproof, small and light. Surprisingly agile on the ice and in the water considering their shape and size, the penguins love to keep it cool. Oh my god. I can still tweet. We're here. Took you long enough. You've always been like this, taking things too easily. And you've always been too impatient. Chef, what are you doing here? I keep on saying chief. Why, Burb? I'm here to dance, of course. Being a chef is just a pastime of mine. I'm the leader of the blue-footed boobies. But that means it's your birthday. What? Indeed, I intend to celebrate it by winning. Now let's dance. Oh yeah, digging this one. Oh no, it's going to be shenanigans, isn't it? It's going to be a combination of that shit that we just did. Oh my god. No! What the fuck? I can't, my brain. Can I restart? Is there a way? I want to restart. That's throwing me off. Dun dun. That's crazy. I wish they didn't come from the... Because, you know, the way it is on the controller as well. Like, triangle and circles on the right and left and upper on the left. But the icons come from the opposite side that they're from. Do you know what I mean? It's like my brain is thinking in reverse. Oh my god. We've got to watch all this again. I apologise. I feel like this game would probably be better on a different machine. Maybe Switch or Steam. A different controller. Can't see this shit. Oh, you hold that one down. What? This is so hard. Penguins won't be going to anywhere, it's just that tough. Oh no, disco time. Whew, it's hard to push these buttons. I like this song though. You're really not too bad. So good job that you don't lose for messing up in this game. It doesn't seem to matter. Because I'd be out. Can't pass this. Oh my god. It's a good song though. This is the best one in the game, I think. My hands are starting to cramp. Are we done? Dum dum. Hey, not bad. How many misses? Wrong hits. Only 52. Not bad. Not bad. Way, we got a new note. Do 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 do. You can barely contain the passion you feel. Right. I can't contain my passion for this note. Yay, that was great. You were both amazing. The penguins were so cool. The blue-footed boobies were red hot with passion. You're just as good as I remembered. You aren't as rusty as I thought you'd be either. Here, some fish. Oh, the fish are all here. The fish! I can't believe it. They're back. There's so many of them. Would you look at that? I guess we'll have to decide the winner some other time. We've got some fishing to do. Yay! You have all the fun. I need to go back to the owl now. Thanks, Burb. May the music guide your wings. That was a fun one. I like that. Got a fish. Do 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 do. Hi, can't talk, sorry. Gotta make sure these blue-footed boobies don't do anything fishy. Go bother some birdie else. Whew. Okay. How do I get out of this area? I think it's gonna be... have to call it here, I think. But I'd like to sort of head to the next area, maybe. Although I'm sure that we'll probably have a little street battle with one of those magpies. So maybe I should just stop now because it is getting rather late. Almost 1 in the morning, and I still have Friday to go. Is it about to start? Oh, it's that guy. Ring the bell. No, we'll stop here. I think it's better to be safe than sorry.